And now, changing gears a bit as we turn to a crucial issue after 2 years of war, dealing with trauma and healing. A unique program has been launched for soldiers from the elite Duvdevan unit, and crucially too for their partners. It's all thanks to a partnership between the organization Orot Healing and the Duvdevan Foundation, and it's called Orot RISE. So for more, it's a pleasure to welcome Lital Ben-Zvi, founder and director of the organization Orot RISE. Lital, thank you so much for your time. It's so important for the nation to focus on healing after a 2-year brutal war. Talk to us about this groundbreaking initiative for Israel's most elite soldiers. Tell us more.
So veterans, after war are carrying such heavy wounds. They struggle to share, and they're dealing with so much grief and so much suffering, and they really have no way of using words to work with the trauma that's been carrying them for so long, for the past 2 years. And families are falling apart, and we need to help them. We need to give them a language to be able to express the suffering that's been going on for so long.
And Lital, we know there are unique challenges facing these special forces. The Duvdevan unit is one of Israel's most elite divisions, and its soldiers carry out missions in the most volatile parts. There's the pressure of war, obvious pressures, and also the personal loss too, the grief. Members of the units may have been killed or harmed. Talk to us about how this initiative deals with exactly that.
So this is a new groundbreaking initiative. It's never really been done before, where we're looking at the couples and the family as a whole. And, instead of just helping the soldier themselves or the veteran, we're actually starting to work with them to be able to reframe the trauma and give them a voice, not only individually, but also as a couple, and also within the family unit, and also as a community. And this is the first time that we're really becoming a bridge between the U.S. and America. So Orot Healing and Duvdevan are partnering with the RISE expressive arts model that I've designed and created and been researching for the past few years to really give them a way to work through their trauma and give them a voice.
Because one can only imagine the challenges when these soldiers return home, for them to adjust to a so-called routine again. And of course, as you say, for the partners, for the families to do so as well. Talk to us about the challenges they face when they are reunited, so to speak.
So the biggest challenge is the transition back from combat to home. So the roles changed, in combat, they're in task oriented. They're focusing on getting the work done. It's from 0 to 100. They come back home and they have to make this transition back to a father, a partner, to be able to deal with, listening. And the transitions are the hardest part. And being able to also share their experiences, what they went through, what they saw. This has been the hardest thing. Then you're dealing with intrusive thoughts, sleep difficulties, dysregulation, and detachment as well.
And often there's some kind of stigma for many when it comes to getting therapy or going for some kind of healing therapy as well. How do you deal with that very briefly, please?
So what we see, and we just came back from a 10-day retreat in Ojai in America, and it was really quite amazing what happened there, because this was the first time that couples were sharing, both the men and the women were sharing from their own perspective what was happening. And once they started sharing through the arts, many of them didn't have the words to share, so the arts allowed them to give them a voice. Once they were able to share, the group was able to see and witness one another in a vulnerable, beautiful way. And this new sense of safety started to happen. And so the group dynamics did the work for itself, where they really were able to start to create a new language to the suffering that's been carrying them for the last 2 years.
Such an important and powerful message of strength, unity, resilience, and creativity. Thank you so much, Lital Ben-Zvi. All the best with your initiative. And thank you very much for being with us on I-24 News.